You know who made it.
What is going on, Gamble Factory? It's your boy ZROB back at home, so we shouldn't be dealing with any lag issues today. Fingers crossed. We also got Coach T Posey, of course, as always, ready to talk some Thursday night football. We got the Buccaneers, we got the Bills, we got a 10-point spread. The Bills are projected for 26 according to Vegas, so we should see a little bit of offense. I mean, a 43-point total is it's not the best on a Thursday night game, but hopefully the Bucs can make it competitive for us or the Bills. I mean, the way things have been going with the NFL, would we be surprised if the Buccaneers win tonight? Tyler, how are you feeling about tonight?
It's all right. It's in a 43 and a half game point total, like you said. It's not a great in terms of scoring, but, that's fine. I don't think we need scores tonight with what we're going with. I just think we need a little bit of offense. And even if the Bills come out ahead, I think that might be all right with our slips.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to the game. I'm excited to hopefully nail a game script. I think we've been pretty close after the last couple, and then just kind of not hitting one big yet, but we are right here. Was our last Thursday night that almost hit, or was that
Dude,
last Sunday night?
it was last Thursday night, I believe, because
Yeah,
the Jags
yeah,
played on Thursday, and we were like last pass away from. As long as Christian Kirk doesn't find his way to the end zone, we cash for
um,
25x. So it was a sickening beat last Thursday. We went 5-1.
that's
So
right. That is correct, man.
yeah,
Yep. So it's redemption on a Thursday, and that's okay. It's time for a 25x tonight,
yeah, dude.
and
We are not gonna get shut out from these stream slips all season long. There ain't no way. We're so due. We've been so close. So our girl Denise said we are almost at 1K, and she is absolutely right. We are right there at it, guys. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and give us a subscribe. We got some NBA content coming out, especially as more games um, fire off. We get more data, so we should have some good NBA streams coming up. And we're gonna stick with football, of course. Everybody loves some NFL action, no matter how cruel it has been. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, like the stream. It helps us out a ton. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Tyler, you want to go first or me?
I'll knock it out if it's okay with me. I'm going to start with my guy Josh Allen. I'm going to take his passing completions. This was set at 22.5, which is a number he has covered in 4 out of 7 games. Some of those games, of course, being kind of one-sided. He covered that against New England, Jacksonville. Just missed it against Miami in that blowout. Just missed it against Washington in a blowout. So the games that he is missing, they have been blowouts, and even in some of the other blowouts, he's got there. I mean, it's not like the Bills want to run it 100 times a game. Like they just like to throw it. They like to sling it with Josh Allen. He's attempted over 30 passes in every single game, but the Miami game, they won 48-20. So he's got a ton of weapons. He's got a ton of volume. That doesn't change even in blowouts. He's typically the one to get you there in blowouts, and they don't. Like I said, they don't hand it to James Cook quite often. You go look at the Buccaneers, and they have been a pretty good run defense through the first 6 games of that, and have given up a little bit more through the air. So through those 6 games, the Buccaneers have given up 145 passing completions, which is like 24 a game or something in that range.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a tendency to give up completions to quarterbacks and not so much in the run game. So you give me Josh Allen in the 22 and a half passing completions.
Yeah, no, I like that play a lot. I was looking at some things while you were talking, and the Buccaneers' run defense is extremely good. Like you even got that skewed game when Swift went for 130 yards against them. But you take that out, and dude, the Buccaneers have an elite run defense. It looks like. I mean, there's some games that they were averaging, teams are averaging no yards per carry, against them. Like it's insane. And then also, like, you go back and look at other quarterbacks versus the Buccaneers this year. Every quarterback who has thrown the ball over 30 times has hit this completion line. The two quarterbacks that didn't hit were Justin Fields and Desmond Ridder, who aren't guys that are going to go chunk the ball a lot. We get Josh Allen at 33.5 pass attempts, so the books think he throws it over 30 times, so I like that play a lot. And if we think Josh Allen's going to complete some passes, who better for him to throw it to than his main guy, Stefon Diggs? I really like, I like all of his props tonight. Probably not reception, just because it's really strong push potential probably for that. He's very highly favored over 6.5 receptions. I took his fantasy score on a play earlier for the stream slip. I think I'm going to take his receiving yards. I really think he probably gets at least 7 catches tonight, so it's a good correlation. When you go and look at receivers who have went up against the Bucs, I mean, they have been shredded by some real alpha receivers. Like Justin Jefferson went for 150. DJ Moore, he's not elite, I would say, but he even had 104. AJ Brown had 131 against him. Amon-Ra, he had 124 against him. Diggs has hit over 100 receiving yards 4 of 6 times this season. This guy, he commands a 33% target percentage or target share on the team, which is absolutely elite level stuff right there. I think it's number 2 in the league if I'm not mistaken. There's no knocks tonight, so like he could even see an uptick in some targets. They probably really go more to Kincaid, but I mean, more weapons for Josh Allen being out is just going to help Steph Diggs in any way possible. So I really like that 90.5 receiving yards. I think that line is just way too low for him.
Yeah, I'm with that one. Diggs is obviously a mainstay. And like you said, I mean, the Bucs have been shredded by number ones. They don't necessarily have an answer for any of those. So I love that one quite a bit as well.
And Kristen Kelly also made a good point about Steph Diggs respecting coin, and that is usually true. So we love the coin respecters.
Yeah, you gotta love it. For me, my next one, I was gonna take Baker Mayfield's 33.5 passing attempts, but that got bumped right before we started the stream. So I think they knew I was gonna say it, so they want to go ahead and pre-bump that just for me, and so that's a little bit annoying. So that's quite a bit annoying, but we're gonna go with his passing completions instead right now. You look at the Bills, and they've only given up 21 passing completions per game right now. But you look at the first couple of weeks, and it was Zach Wilson, who less than 20. You look at Jimmy Garoppolo, less than 20. Sam Howell, less than 20. You get back to the last couple of weeks, Tua shredded him for 25, not necessarily in a good way, but he still completed 25 passes. Trevor Lawrence over that 21. Even Tyrod Taylor jumped in on the fun a couple of weeks ago and threw 24. Yeah, and I was going to get to the maybe one of the worst bottom 5 quarterbacks in the league, and Mac Jones shredded for 25. So as of late, they've kind of been getting shredded up a little bit in the passing game, which is kind of weird to start the first part of the season going over 3. But I think their defense is a little bit banged up, not as healthy right now. So you get the last 4 straight quarterbacks going over this line, and it looks pretty solid. You look at Baker Mayfield himself, and he's hit that in a good portion this year. It seems like the Buccaneers trust him more than I honestly kind of thought they would. He's hit that in 4 of his games this year, with one of those being a hook. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But he's got a lot of pass attempts. He's got, like I said, he's got over 30 on all games but one himself. So 21.5 is pretty good against his defense and against what the Buccaneers have been letting Mayfield do. So I love that one quite a bit myself.
Yeah, dude, the Bills' defense is definitely got more and more banged up every single week. I mean, they're losing people left and right. So the run defense still is actually pretty solid. It's been pretty solid. So I think the Buccaneers have to attack through the air, and we think they're underdog. I mean, we don't think, we know they're underdogs. They're 10-point underdogs, which is massive. So I mean, the Buccaneers more often than not in predicted game scripts they're going to have to pass the ball. So. Got a couple questions. Somebody said fantasy score. I think they're talking about, at least Trammell. He's talking about Diggs' fantasy score. I like that one a lot too. I really think both hit. And then Josh Allen fantasy score. I love Josh Allen fantasy score today. Just Tyler, he brought the Josh Allen play first, and he took completions, which I also like. So Can't go wrong with either of those. If you like fantasy score better, definitely take those in the slip because I really think Steph Diggs and Josh Allen both score. I think Steph Diggs scores a touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Allen scores like 3 touchdowns tonight. So he's talking about Diggs. Yeah, love Diggs fantasy score as well. I'm gonna go over to, I'll just keep. You brought up Baker Mayfield. I'll go with a good correlated play with Baker Mayfield, and that's gonna be Chris Godwin. It was tough for me to decide between Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. I really think they both have a pretty good game, and we think they have to pass the ball a lot. And these are the 2 top target guys on the team. Chris Godwin's lines, I believe, are just a tad bit lower, which is nice. At least his receiving yards are. Mike Evans' receptions hasn't been bumped yet, so that's nice. But Chris Godwin, he also runs more slot snaps than Mike Evans at 30% compared to Mike Evans at only 20%. And the Bills, they kind of give it up a decent amount versus slot receivers. Also, like, if you look at Chris Godwin on the year, my Prizepicks keeps like screwing up on the search results. If you look at Chris Godwin on the year, I mean, he's been killing this line. He's hit this 4 of 6. It's really whoever you have a lean with. You can even play Chris Godwin and Mike Evans both. I'm leaning Chris Godwin in this. I mean, you get a Bills defense that's banged up. He just let Kendrick Bourne go for 63 with Mac Jones. So, I mean, Chris Godwin is a way better receiver, and Baker Mayfield's a way better quarterback than Mac Jones. So, if we think the Bucs are going to try and take advantage of the Bills' defense through the air, I mean, Chris Godwin's going to go well over this 54 receiving yards, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm liking that one as well. Godwin's kind of been a money prop all season long.
Yes, he has.
I really like what he has been doing. So, yeah, can't go wrong there. Man, my last prop is Rachaad White. I've taken his under 46.5 rushing yards here. What's a little scary about this prop is just the fact that the Bills have been giving up a little bit of yardage to running backs. So that does concern me, but I just don't think they have to run it enough, or they don't get to run it enough to make it work. So his 46.5 line is pretty heavily favored under. I think it's minus 144 at 45.5 on Pinnacle, 115 there on DraftKings. But I do think the line is a little too high. I know that the Bills have actually kind of given up 5.5 yards a carry to running backs for this year. I don't think that is typical for them. I think they've kind of given up a few big plays. I think to Breece Hall week 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was a big.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was another couple that was some pretty long plays, which is a little atypical. It was Brian Robinson against the Commanders. Gave up a pretty long carry to him. So they've been gashed with more big plays, and I'm not sure that Buccaneers can kind of block well enough for Rachaad White to do that. White has not been effective all year long.
No, he hasn't.
He's covered the line in only 2 different games. 56 against New Orleans, and then which is as a props to him. But Chicago, he got it 73. Like, Chicago's run defense is terrifyingly bad. So really one impressive game from him all year on the ground that's been halfway decent. He's only averaged 4 yards a carry in one single game this year. It's Chicago. He's favored pretty heavily under for the 12.5 carries, like minus 125, 130 or so, something like that. And he's not averaged that in one single game outside of Chicago. So I think he probably gets anywhere from 12 to 13 carries at about 3 to 3.5 yards a carry max. I don't think he does any more than that. And with a very significant chance to go under the 12.5 significant rushing attempts. So I just think that this line is a little too high for him. I'm going to take the game script. I'm going to take that Baker's going to have to throw it a little bit more, and White's certainly still not going to be very effective on the ground. He's literally averaging 3.2 yards a carry this year.
That's so bad, dude.
Yeah, there's not blocking well for him, and he's just not very effective on the ground. So I'm going to take that all day. I don't even think I'm going to matter. I don't think I'm going to care much about the Bills defense giving up 5.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, dude. As long as the Bills don't give up a long rush to him, I think we're fine. I mean, his longest carry on the season is 13. I mean, he said that a couple times. But like you said, dude, just not efficient on the ground at all this year. So I'm not real worried about it. I like the under. It's a great correlated play. He
Yeah.
also, we've had 2 bumps by a yard so far. Chris Godwin got bumped up a yard, and Rachaad White got bumped down a yard as we're talking about it. So
Oh, of course he did. Yeah.
I'm not worried
They know.
about it. It's
That's
just a
the game.
yard. It sucks that we lost out on that extra yard of value, but I still think we're going to take it. Right?
Yeah.
You're still good with
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah. I'm still taking that. That's still like literally, like you said, it's just a yard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be nice to have that yard of value, but we just not getting it. So, well.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the last prop. We got 110 of you guys in here. Appreciate you tuning in. Before we get into the last one, if you don't mind, just go ahead and like. Make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to hit that 1K subscriber mark. That'd be a big accomplishment for us, and that's all thanks to you guys. So I know there's a couple of you in here that haven't subscribed. So if you can go ahead and smash that button for us, we would greatly appreciate it if you can get us to 1,000. So, and I'm gonna go with our tight end wagon of the week. Everybody knows we love tight ends over here. If you guys know me, been following along, we've been getting kind of smashed by tight ends as the last leg of our parlays. But I mean, this one's different. I think our last one we took was Travis Kelce, and he went well over. Kincaid has an opportunity to be another tight end wagon tonight. There's no Knox, so that's huge for Kincaid. Last week, Knox got hurt. He became the clear-cut number 2 option behind Steph Diggs. Knox usually gets like 4 to 6 targets a week, so we're going to see an uptick in that for Kincaid. And they've actually added a 6 receiving target prop, which is kind of interesting to me. But I'm still thinking I'm leaning his 10 fantasy score. I really wouldn't be surprised if he catches or scores a touchdown tonight. Allen loves getting his tight ends touchdowns, especially when they get close. If you look at it based off the books, I think he's heavily favored over 3.5 receptions. He's got a 40 receiving yard line pretty much. That's already 8 fantasy points right there, and that's not even baking in his chance of scoring a touchdown. If he scores a touchdown, this is an absolute lock. I really expect to see probably over 7 targets tonight, which is why I see that receiving targets line there, and it's kind of enticing me. But, I mean, I don't see him going over 6 targets, really, without him also hitting the fantasy score. So, I have nothing telling me why Kincaid doesn't go over his 10 fantasy score. I know tight ends have hurt us in the past, but, I mean, last week when Knox went down, he had 15 fantasy score. He had, like, 8 catches for 70 yards or something like that. So,
Yeah, I mean, another fun fact, the Buccaneers gave up over 8 targets a game to tight ends.
which is massive. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is the targets instead of fantasy score. Is targets safer? Do you
I'm not
think?
sure it matters that. I think it's pretty close to the way Kyle Pitts last week went 3 for 47 on 5 targets. John went 3 for 27 with another 3 targets. Obviously, the Falcons split their tight end workload between those two of those guys. Let's go back to Laporta and see how he prepared because, obviously he's been balling. And he had 4 for 36 on 11 targets. So
Crazy.
quite a lot. It's odd to see that kind of completion percentage to a tight end. You usually see a little bit of a higher rate to that. Let's go back to the New Orleans Saints, who
They just
don't
don't
really
use
even
tight
run a
ends like
tight
that.
end. I mean, they don't use them. And Taysom Hill literally just caught 1 ball. I mean, they don't even use tight ends, so that's kind of pointless to look there. But let's look at the Eagles and Goddard because they like to use him quite a bit. And he went 5 for 41 on 7 targets. I mean, so all the good tight ends are hitting that 7+ targets on them. So targets may
Even week
honestly,
2, Cole Kmet had 6 targets, and then week 1, Hawkinson had 9 targets, 8 catches, 35 receiving yards. So I'm really kind of liking that target mark now that I think about it.
It's honestly kind of weird to see them not have a super high completion percentage to those tight ends, but they definitely have targeted him quite a bit.
I wonder what Kincaid's receptions to targets are. I'm about to look that up real quick because that may factor in. So let's see here.
He's got almost an 100% catch rate. He's only missed 2 balls per year.
Well, I'm not taking his targets. If he gets
effective.
6 targets, he's probably going to catch 5 of them. That's 5 fantasy score already. So
I think the fantasy score is the move.
I think
I do. He's not caught a touchdown all year. And Knox has kind of been living in that range. I think they probably give that up. So
yeah, dude. I like it. I mean, the Bills are projected to score 26 points, so there's no reason to think that. I mean, it's going to go through Josh Allen anyway. So that's big news for Diggs and Kincaid. So this is a slip, guys. We're going to go Josh Allen over 22.5 completions. Steph Diggs over 90.5 receiving yards. Baker Mayfield over 21.5 completions. Chris Godwin over 55.5 receiving yards. Rachaad White under. It's our only under. 45.5 rush yards. And Dalton Kincaid over 10 fantasy score. That's it. We got any
lock
questions?
it in.
Combining with Dame. Ooh. That actually... It's not a bad idea.
I used my Dame already. Yeah,
do what? You already used Dame?
Yeah.
I haven't used them yet. I'm probably gonna. I might do a little like NBA, NFL mixture and post it on Twitter later.
I did that a while ago.
That's smart.
Yeah, I did that already too.
I was just kind of waiting to see if anything like closer to lineup slot we had some good value because a lot of times we get good value, but it's just 2 games, so we maybe don't. Who's Jimmy gone for anyone else? I don't know who Jimmy is. Unless I'm tripping right now. Lauren likes Kincaid.
Boom.
Lauren knows her stuff. So.
Yeah, somebody switched out White for Dame's promo, which is fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I know unders suck. We don't take a lot of them, obviously. We try and stay consistent on like predicting offense. It just kind of sucks this year that it seems like a lot of unders have hit, and then we got a bunch of upsets. So hopefully that normalizes as the season goes on.
Yeah, so right now we're at 990 subscribers.
Ooh.
I can't see the likes on this video, so I'm assuming we have 91 people in here. I'm assuming we don't have 91 likes, so that needs to come on up if you guys don't want to go 0 for 6. Like, you don't want 0 for 6, so let's click the like button.
We got 26 likes, and then it just said 27, so somebody unliked it.
Oh my god, yeah. Like the Deadgum video, subscribe to the Deadgum channel, and let's hit a 25x.
25x, 1,000 subscribers all in the same night, dude. What a huge night for the YouTube channel.
You gotta love it.
Sammy asked if we liked Mike Evans tonight. We do like Mike Evans a lot, actually. I think it's a great correlated pair with Baker Mayfield. Just Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are really close plays to each other. I just slightly lean Chris Godwin, so that's why I went with him. Dame for Baker? I mean, if that's your least favorite prop, then definitely sub it out and put Dame in there. Dame is a big discount, so like there's no reason not to take it. Is this a slip? Yes, it is. Chase kicking points? No kicking points,
no.
dude.
I'm good on the kicking points. I don't mess with it.
Alex's favorite one is White, the under. So that's awesome. What's your favorite prop, Tyler? We can say what we would do if we were going to do a 2-man.
I mean, my favorite prop is probably Josh Allen's completions.
Dang, dude.
I mean, if you want me to go Baker, if you want me to go Baker, I love Baker's completions too. So I don't care. I'm fine with either one.
Tyler's favorite props are either completions props. So
yeah, I mean, I love those.
I think my favorite's it's got to be Steph Diggs tonight, man. I just don't see him not going for 100 yards. It's crazy that his line is only at 90. You could play the Mike Evans prop instead of the under. Yeah, I mean, that's great correlation either way. So, yeah. I mean, if Baker's going to throw over or have over 22 completions, I mean, Mike Evans is going to get involved. So, there's no way he doesn't.
Todd's on the best rookie receiver yet again, according to the Minnesota Vikings.
It's actually insane, dude. Addison is nasty.
He's great. He is great. I think Puka's pretty good.
Puka's insane, yeah.
I think Zay Flowers has had a pretty good year, respectively, to the offense. Obviously, the offense is a little bit more catered to Addison now with Jefferson going down and Cousins throwing it 700 times a game. Mm-hmm. And Lamar just isn't going to throw that, so Zay's not going to put up the stats that Addison can and will.
Zay's been amazing, though, man.
Yeah, he's been great. I don't think Quentin's going to be a great receiver. I think JSN is in too crowded of a wide receiver room. I don't think he breaks out this year. So I don't know that we'll know the best receiver out of this class this year. I know Addison's having a great year. Zay Flowers and Puka are both having great years. So It's been fun to watch these rookie receivers come out there and ball out.
Imagine if Cooper Kupp was like had a season-long injury or was out for most of the season. Like Puka's numbers this year would. I mean, they're still going to be insane, even with Cooper. But like, just if Cooper was out, dude, this guy would average like 12 catches for 150 yards a game.
You, yeah, you go back. I mean, Stafford literally just peppers his guys. If
Yeah.
you can catch it and he loves you, you are going to get peppered. You go back to Calvin Johnson. Obviously, Cooper Kupp's done it. I mean, it's insane the numbers these fools put up because of him. He just locks in and just chunks it. You're getting 10 targets a game if you're good. Man, 993 subs.
993?
6 people. 994.
Dude, there's got to be 6 of you that can lock in for us and get us to 1,000, dude. That'd be so sick. What do you think about Gabe Davis receptions?
No, I'm not looking at Davis, to be honest with you. I don't trust it. I don't trust him. Like, he's just catching a 70-yard bomb, seemingly. I don't know. I don't have a read from that dude ever.
I think, dude, he's got to be one of the most underrated receivers. If he wasn't with Josh Allen, I don't know. I don't like him. 3, like, that's the right line. I'd trust taking his receiving yards more because he's more likely to catch a 41-yard pass than he is 4 receptions probably. And I'm saying this now he's going to go out and ball out tonight. But I mean he's going to have like a couple games that he just goes crazy in during a year, and everything else he's going to suck. I just don't think he's a really great receiver, and he just looks better than he does because he has had Josh Allen throwing him the ball. What's good, Angel?
9, 8.
Let's go.
2 more.
2 more subs, guys. Come on, let's go. Somebody's trying to be the 1,000th. 1,000th? That's a hard word to say. Subs.
Yeah, words are hard, man.
Words are hard, dude. Words are really hard.
98. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, appreciate you
guys. You gotta stay live until we hit it, right? You gotta stay live until we hit it.
We gotta stay live. Also, if we get to 1,000, I think we do a Flex Friday stream tomorrow with NBA.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a great idea. And I think we might even bring in a special guest if we can get to 1,000.
We got a special guest tomorrow that is absolutely insane at NBA. He hit a 25x day 1.
Day 1.
I believe that's who Tyler's talking about. We haven't talked about it at all. So.
I mean, it's just rumors going around.
Denise said 1K. Are we there?
We hit it?
Bro, what?
We hit it!
Let's go! Gamble Factory! Turn me up!
Let's go. Gamble Factory fam has done it again.
Yo, we gotta hit the 25x tonight. Like that's just that's just perfect timing to hit a 25x. We've been so close all year long. Tonight's gotta be the night, man.
Man, yeah, with 1K now, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go.
Bro, I'm pumped. I got goosebumps right now. I'm zooming out on the slip. I got a couple people asking. So.
Thank you, Lauren, for that. That's awesome. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, chat. Carly says we need a lady on the stream.
Carly has been trying hard to get in the stream. We got some ladies in here today, dude. I love it. I love it when we get a good mix because I love you guys. I love the guys also, but man, there's a bunch of you. Let's go. We appreciate you guys. Jose, I don't know if you just got in here or what, but we were just talking about. Whoa, that's a spoiler alert. Actually, nobody knows we were talking about Jose.
Everyone spam the party.
Let's go. You guys are the freaking best. We got, dude. 25x has to come tonight.
Just right there, man. It's too good of a slip. Too nice of a stream. Too good of a chat. It's deserved. Well deserved here.
Much deserved, yeah, dude. Perfect correlation. We got some good slips. We just need the guys to respect the coin, and I think it happens tonight. Thank you guys. We appreciate you a lot. That's awesome. I mean, we haven't been doing it that long, so to get to 1K already, that's all thanks to you guys. And it makes us feel really good that you guys are in here supporting us every single stream. So, Tyler, I think it's about time to get out of here. We got the slip. It's up on the screen. This is what we're rocking with. I haven't even taken it myself, so I've already let Godwin and White get bumped by a yard before I've taken it, so that's typical. So I got to take it still.
I'm waiting on your copy link.
So Tyler hasn't taken it either, so you guys are probably going to get better value than us. But Tyler, anything else to say?
We in the 1K club. Let's get that 25x.
1K club, 25x club, both after tonight. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Guys, again, appreciate the heck out of you for getting us to 1K subs. Let's celebrate tonight by hitting for 25x, and we will see you tomorrow for Flex Friday with a very special guest that is an absolute wagon. So Flex Friday 25x slip. After we hit 25x tonight, that's the plan. Let's do it. Let's cash out.